Hello! In this video I'm going to be showing off an Arduino game I made for a Microprocessor Lab class. This is a platforming game which is similar to games like Mario, Super Mario Brothers. So first things first, let's look at the different components. This game was coded in C++, so I used the Arduino Uno R4 Minima as the board. There's a passive buzzer which acts as the sound of the game. The two controls of the game are this push button here and a joystick. And the game is displayed on this LCD, this 20x4 I2C LCD for Arduino. So it looks a little messy. I guess I could have soldered it and made it look nicer, but Sticky Tack works fine for that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So I'm gonna rig this up and I'm gonna show you me playing the game. Let me just do this real quick. Oh, calm down. Let's focus the camera. Alright, perfect. So, first things first, this is the title screen. You can start the game by hitting the button. Alright, the game is started. I am on the bottom left corner of the screen. You saw me tilt my head up there. And yeah, I guess now's a good time to go through the controls. So, you can tilt the joystick in a direction to face that direction. So you can see here, if you watch this guy, if I tilt the joystick right, he faces right. If I tilt it left, he faces left. I can also tilt it up right, up left, up, and down. And also, if you face a direction and you press down on the joystick, you can attack. This is your attack button. And if you face a direction and press the push button, you move in that direction. One tap is just one tile moved. Same thing for jumping. If you tilt the joystick up and press the button, you will jump. You can hear that little jumping sound. Now, if you're next to a block and you jump on that block, you'll jump on top of it. But if you are not next to a block and you jump, you'll jump one tile. You'll jump over one tile, so 2 tiles horizontally. You can see I ended up on this tile here. So yeah, that's how the controls work. These right here are coins, and you can collect them to increase your score. And the score doesn't appear on the screen. This right here, the 3, is your lives. If you get hurt 3 times, you have to restart the level, but we'll get to that in a bit. For now, score will only appear at the end of the game when you've won. You'll see your score. So, I'm going to collect these coins. There's a little sound that plays. So, there's actually one other control-related thing. If you hold down the walking button, you start to sprint faster. Yeah, you can see that right here. You start moving a lot faster than normally. And if you're crawling, you move very slowly, a lot slower than walking normally is. But if you're sprinting, there's also something called a sprint jump. And you can see the sprint jumping is a lot faster and a lot more spacious than normal jumps. Normal jumps, you jump over 1 tile, but sprint jumps, you jump over 2. You can see that there. So that's another extra thing. It can make for some interesting obstacles. You have to use the different forms of jumping to escape them. But for now, you can see here, I'm in the middle of the screen now. And so if I move, instead of here where I move towards the edge of the screen or towards the middle of the screen, I stay in the same spot in the screen. And the level itself is what moves. This happens when I reach this middle column here. Let me refocus. Perfect. So, from now on, the level will scroll like that. These 2 blocks here are what I like to call debris. and they have a couple different properties. If you hit them 3 times, they'll disappear. But also, if you jump on top of them, after a short delay, they'll disappear under your feet. So here's an obstacle course where you have to do it on your first attempt, because if you don't do it fast enough, you'll fall into those obstacle blocks. Alright, this block right here looks like just a regular block, but it's actually a third type of block called a fake block. And if I get close enough to it, you can see it turns into the other type of block. And if you're not paying attention, it'll disappear under you and you'll fall and die. Next up, let's look at falling. So falling is a lot faster than moving horizontally. You can see here that if I try and move horizontally onto this tile, I'm not able to. I can only move one tile, or I can't move one tile for every 4 blocks I fall. So falling is really hard. If you're sprinting, you can actually make that. So if you got a head start, you could have made that jump. But that's just to show that falling is a lot faster than jumping is or moving horizontally is. So let's look at the first enemy of the game. This guy right here is called the crawler. And crawlers will relentlessly move towards the player. And you can see there that the crawlers can jump up and down blocks. So you can jump on top of that little shape there. They can even jump on top of other crawlers to make it to you. The way to deal with these guys is jumping on their heads like that. And you have to make sure to time that jump correctly, because they can dodge your jump if you jump too late into their animation. I'll just show you the crawler moving in the other direction too. You can see that he can move both directions. Alright, I just killed both of them. Killing enemies also gives you points. Right here you can see that there's 3 obstacle blocks here. You can only jump over 2 sprint jumping. You can't jump over 3. So this is actually an impossible jump to make. So that's where this block comes in. This new block is called the movable block. And if you attack the block, hold on, time that right, there, it moves to the block adjacent to it. So I can use this, yeah, we'll get to that guy in a second. I can use this to jump to this other side. Alright, next new enemy is the creeper. Not inspired by Minecraft, but I guess looks kind of similar if you look from a certain perspective. These guys will shoot lasers at you, and the way to dodge these lasers is to duck underneath them. You'll be able to dodge them. Now, these guys will continue to shoot lasers at you until you've gotten to the block adjacent to them, and they will start running away from you. And they will run away from you until they get far enough away and they'll start shooting their lasers at you again. And if you get too close to them and they hit a wall, they'll start acting really frantically. Now, here I will attack them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But the way to deal with these guys is to hit them 3 times. And they'll die. Boom, you can see that. Alright, so that's the other enemy. I guess this is technically an enemy too. This last thing, it's the same obstacle block as before, but if they're placed above you, if you walk underneath it, you will fall. It'll fall onto you and deal damage. I do kind of want to show you that, even though I'm about to die. I'll show you this and death at the same time. Boom, you can see it landed on my head. So this is the death screen that says game over, and it gives you a helpful message depending on your cause of death. So here I got killed by the thing that fell on my head, so this says ducking can save you. And it also printed the thing that killed you on the screen. Alright, let me get back to that spot. I'll show you this trick real quick. You can actually get both of them at the same time. Look at that. When they're stacked on top of each other. Right, it's a better spot. Alright, I'm back. The way to deal with these guys is crawling underneath them. Like this. Oh. As I say that. And they won't deal damage to you. Alright, on to the final stretch. Once you hit this question mark block, it teleports you to the final boss arena. So right here is the final boss. It's 2 tiles tall and shoots 2 lasers at you. So, this is a final boss fight, but it's also a puzzle, because the way to deal with this guy is to jump on his head. So you have to get up here to kill him. So, you have to use these movable blocks to do that, and I'll show you how to do it right now. You can use that to get out of here. Move this block, and then you will be able to... Hello? Oh, I'm not doing the right thing. Okay. Boom. You can jump up here now. Right, and then you move this block down like that. Now you can jump up here. Oh, I missed the jump. Ah, time to restart again. Ah, you can see I got this guy stuck up here. Ugh, got him. Why did I make those guys so annoying? What am I doing? Can't try. I don't care about these guys. Go jump in a lake. What am I doing? Run! You can't catch me now. Alright. I'm back. 1 life again, but that's okay. Okay, I'm back. Can I make this jump this time? Let's see. Boom! Now the last step is to... Wow, you can barely see that. Just realized I wasn't focused that whole time, but that's okay. Now all you have to do is jump on his head and you will have won. Alright. That's the end of the game. Don't pay any attention to this thing here, it's nothing important. Now all I have to do is go through the portal and that'll be it. I'll have won. Got a meager 13 points as my score. And that's because I didn't collect any of the coins, and I ignored the 2 crawlers at the start. Because I was rushing. But yeah, that's the game. This is a lot of fun to make. I may have died a couple times making this video, but yeah, this game turned out really good. It was a really fun experience, and I hope you enjoyed.